Welcome to another episode of Dead Sexy Cinema. I'm the horniest host on this side of hell, the Necrosexual!
And I'm Miss V. I was bored watching the sadness, but kinda turned on watching a Serbian film.
It's the most wonderful time of the year, so we are choosing a festive holiday film, Halloween 3, Season of the Witch. This movie dives into the true origins of Halloween, commercialism, and child sacrifices. This film has developed a cult following over the years, although it was originally met with controversy among horror fans because it has nothing to do with the original Halloween, nor does it feature Michael Myers.
Turn it off! Stop it! Stop it!
Don't forget the vocal cameo by one Miss Jamie Lee Curtis as a telephone operator, a part I'm quite sure she literally phoned in.
Curfew is now in effect.
I actually hadn't seen this film, Necro, and I'm so glad you suggested it because it is a doozy. It's got an overly complicated plot, and it's actually pretty creepy.
Legend has it that John Carpenter once intended for the Halloween series to be an anthology rather than a continuous sausage chain link of sequels, remakes, and reimaginings. Ultimately, this franchise went the tried and true Hollywood route of diminishing returns, leaving a bizarre little kernel of candy corn in the rough.
That's right, Necro. Season of the Witch ran from its slasher origins to become a tale of macabre mystery. It actually has more in common with Westworld or The Wicker Man than it does its bloody horror counterparts.
Where is she? Where is she?
In this tale, a mustachioed, hard-drinking doctor divorcee decides to solve the brutal murder of one of his patients. A patient whose daughter also happens to be a total babe who's down to fuck. Their quest leads them to a factory town operated by the mysterious Silver Shamrock Corporation. And the brains behind Silver Shamrock is the enigmatic Colonel Cochran.
You don't really know much about Halloween. You thought no further than the strange custom of having your children wear masks.
We're told that Cochran made his fortune in the practical jokes industry, but now mass produces these Halloween masks. And it gets weird real fucking fast. I'm talking orange juice powered android businessmen with bad haircuts here. And at the center of the conspiracy is a plot involving the literal stealing of the Stonehenge rock to make computer chips to put into Halloween masks to kill all the children that wear the Halloween masks. But only after they watch the commercial. They've got to watch the commercial.
I couldn't figure out how the toy maker's Irishness contributed to his evil plot.
It was the start of the year in our old Celtic lands, and we'd be waiting.
But then again, I couldn't follow the evil plot at all, to the point where I had to make this diagram to try and understand it. There's a piece of Stonehenge in every chip because he's some sort of techno-pagan. But this plan costs a ton of money, which they explained he made from his toy maker career. So did he want more money? Was it about power? Why did he want to ritualistically murder all the children? He can make an android doppelganger of any human on the planet. And he thought somehow this was an easier plot to take over the world. There is a full explanation of the plan, complete with a demo of the chip being set off to kill a child, and I'm still fuzzy as to how all of this works. But Necro, all it takes is one plane ride with some unruly toddlers, and I can totally empathize with this film's villain.
I do love a good joke, and this is the best ever. A joke on the children.
How about we grab a cocktail and move on?
That's right, it's time for this film's boobs, boners, and body counts. Halloween 3 opens up with a really gnarly Eiffel Tower threesome culminating in an old school spine rip. It's also got some brutal eye gouging and the world's most primitive nose job.
Even the film's robot assassins and Stonehenge-stealing businessmen are less creepy than the romantic relationship between the doctor and the girl that could easily be his daughter.
How old are you?
Relax. I'm older than I look.
Also, face-melting laser beams of death.
A lab tech that never seems to go home. And there's Murder by Power Drill, which is surely an homage to the 1979 Abel Ferrara classic, The Driller Killer.
The film has a married husband and wife costume store owners from San Diego. I'm definitely getting some heavy swinger vibes from them. And Junior here has the unfortunate role of showing us exactly what happens when you wear the mask and you watch the commercial. Your brain melts and crickets and snakes come out of your eyes. I don't know why, just go with it. And Halloween 3 features the stunt performance from an actor named Dick Warlock. Overall, Halloween 3, it's ridiculous, it's campy, and it went in a completely different direction than I expected. But I applaud its brazen, creative direction. And that choice is a middle finger in the face of fanboys who are easily butthurt by their preconceived notions of what a horror film should be.
And I give it a solid 3.5 out of 5 Ramsay Boltons, because I like unnecessarily complicated things.
Thanks for tuning in for another episode of Dead Sexy Cinema. Keep it ghoulish. We'll see you in hell.